So in our first two videos, we were dealing with the outline of this image, and now we're going to work on the fill objects. This was our duplicated from our first video. It's in our duplicate layer. Let's duplicate it again, and we will move this into layer 1. And let's just name this layer our fill layer. So I'm going to hide visibility of our duplicate layer so that now we are working in our fill layer. So let's see how we're going to do this again. Actually, let's see. Side our duplicate. Okay, we had broken it apart. Okay, so let's do that. We'll just leave that there. We'll duplicate this one, and we will move that into our fill layer. And we're going to hide our duplicate layer. So the original one was hidden. Okay, so this is one path. Actually, no, it's separate path. So outline. Let's hide that one for now. We're going to hide the, let's name it spot. I'm going to hide it. We are going to hide that one. Name that one nose. We'll hide it. And we will hide our eyes right now. Let's label them. Actually, yeah, we could probably delete those because we're duplicate. We could hide the nose, and we have one more. Delete that one. All right. So with all of these selected, that is in the group, we are going to go to Extensions, Inkstitch, Tool Stroke, Fill to Stroke. I don't think we need to keep our original. We'll just hit Apply. And you can see these have all been changed from a fill to a stroke. Okay. Now I'm gonna do a little bit of work here. Let's see. Actually, let's delete that end node. Straighten that out. We're gonna bring all these together. So that they meet. Okay. Same thing here. We'll just delete that one. We'll bring this one up. Get them close together. Select all three of them. Connect them. Let's make sure everything is good. All right. So far, so good. So let's go back to our layer. path center line. Just give me a second. Okay. And then we have this. Tell you what, let's do this. Let's ungroup it. We'll select all of these. And then Control G to group them together. All right, so now they're all in a group. Let's duplicate that, and we'll hide the visibility of that one. Because now what we're going to do is we're going to create our fill for our body of our dog. Let's see. Yeah, let's hide that one. So now what we're going to do is we're going to draw some lines. We're going to overlap with our Bezier tool. I'm going to hold my shift key down, start with a sharp corner, and I'm using my spiral path mode. I'm just going to create a couple of nodes, round that out. Same thing here, we want to overlap, start with the shift key held down, zoom out. Let me create one there and hold my shift key down, ending it. Make sure that we're overlapping, and there's a reason for that. Let's go turn on the visibility of, where are you at? Let's go to our satin. Okay. So what I want to do here is I want to create a line around here with my Bezier tool. We need to go back to our fill layer. So we're working in our fill layer. Actually, let's go here. Yeah, we'll enter that group, and we'll start here holding the shift key down with my Bezier tool, release the shift key, and we're going to curve a line underneath the mouth. I'm going to zoom out a bit, come under here, cross here, here, and end. Hold my shift key down right about there. Very good. Now we can go back and turn off our satin outline. There we go. Okay. Then go back into my group again, right here with my Bezier tool. Make sure we're overlapping. Hold my shift key outside, hold my shift key down again, and that should work. So we are going to break it apart there. We're going to delete this segment there. Delete that. Delete that. Come here. Shorten this. I want to make sure that I'm overlapping. We're overlapped there. We're good. Make sure that this one is overlapped, because if you don't overlap, it will create a problem. Delete a couple of these little nodes here. We're good. Overlapped. Overlapped. Check these. Okay, we can come here, and we're going to delete all of these. This, 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 this. Oh, my bad. We didn't want to delete that one. We'll delete this one, this one, this one. So now we should have, I think it's 8 different sections. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 sections. We'll select all of them, Control K to combine it into one stroke, or one path rather. And now I'm going to deselect it, and with my rectangle drawing tool, I'm going to draw a rectangle. I'm going to give it a fill, let's change that to an orange-ish, dark orange. And we'll turn off our stroke. Get our selection tool, move this to the bottom, and we will select the square and the stroke. We'll go to path, flatten. And now we can hide our path, and you can see it divided this up into different objects, but they are still just one path. So we need to go to Extension, Inkstitch, Tools Fill, Break Apart Fill Objects, hit Apply, and Close. So now we can, this should be the outside. We don't need it, we can delete it. We should have a section here. I'm going to go ahead and select the stitch order as I go along. So we'll select that one, that one. I'll have the body sewing out next. I'll have that one sewing next, that one, my two ears, and then the head last. I'm going to go Extension, Inkstitch, Edit, Restack Objects. And so the only one left is the tail, but that is going to be a different fill color. Okay, so now that we have all our fills, we're going to change the, actually what we need to do is the section between these objects here, you can see the gap. We need to decrease the gap in there. So what we're going to do is select one of them, and we're going to go to our path and path effects tool or tab. We're going to go to offset, and we're going to increase the offset by 0.1 millimeter and flatten. We'll do the same thing for the body. We will go to offset plus 0.1 and flatten, and you can see that that gap disappeared. Do the same thing here. Offset plus 1 and flatten. We'll do this ear, offset, and we can only do one at a time. It will only let us do one object at a time. We'll do this ear, offset, plus 0.1 and flatten, and then the face, offset, plus 0.1, flatten, and you can see it close all those gaps. It doesn't matter, this one has a gap, it really doesn't matter, because there is an outline, a satin outline that will cover that gap. So now I'm going to select this leg and this leg, and I'm going to go to Extension, Inkstitch, Params, and we're going to set our stitch angles. Let's see what 45 degrees looks like. Okay, let's do a minus 45. Okay, that looks good. We'll hit apply and quit. We'll select these two. Do that so we can see what we're selecting. Extensions, Inkstitch, Params. And let's do that one at 45 degrees. I think the other one was minus 45. That'll work. And you can make those angles whatever angle you want. We'll do the body next. We'll go to Extension, Inkstitch, Params, and we could probably just leave that at 0. Yeah, we'll just cancel that. We're going to come back and edit this a little more. So we're going to do this ear params. Let's see what 60 degrees looks like. That looks pretty good. We'll do the other ear and try it with minus 60 degrees. That'll work. And then the face, Inkstitch params. Let's try 20. Let's see what a minus 20 looks like. Nope. Let's try, 70 degrees. There you go. Let's do it at minus 60 degrees. Very good. Okay. So let's go back to our layers and objects. Go to our fill layer. Let's turn on the visibility of our spot. And we probably need to move that up. There we go. So there's our fill. We're going to create a hole, actually. Give me a second here. That one and that one. With those two selected, we'll go to path, flatten, and now, yes, exactly what I wanted. So there's a hole now, and in the body of the dog, so that you're not stitching a fill on top of a fill. The nose, I mean, we can do the same thing with the nose if you want to. Let's turn on the visibility. We will move it up. Sorry. Yeah. We'll select it and the face. Go to path, flatten. And let's see what happens. Oops. And very good. So, let's see what, actually, all right. Let's work on the fill of the tail. Go to params. Let's see what 20 degrees looks like. And we'll leave it like that at about, let's try 25. $27. And that's close enough. We'll hit apply and close. This one here, we'll just leave it, and we'll leave those two at 0. So now, let's see. Let's see what it looks like in Simulator. Very good. That's what we want. Let's turn on our satin outline layer. Well, there are two more things we need to deal with, and that is the eye. And we need to move those up. And we're going to leave those just as they are. And let's do a simulation and see what it looks like. Forgot one more. We need to do the mouth. So we are going to come here and we're going to use our Bezier tool. Make sure I have nothing selected. We're going to come and work in our fill layer. Get our Bezier tool. And we're going to create a fill object for the mouth. All right, let's just make that, let's see, let's just make it red. Turn off our stroke, and yeah, that should be good. And if we really want to, we can create a hole that will be in the face. Let's go path, flatten. Select that again. Yep, and very good. And so with that done, let's go to Extension, Inkstitch, Visualize, Export Simulator, and see how it stitches out. And very good. So have fun with it. Glad you watched, and stay tuned. Thanks.